What's up everybody, Brett here, back with my channel, Good Talk Gaming. Going to be doing some daily challenges today on Slay the Spire. It's been a few days since I've played, and I was happy to see that the daily challenge featured the Ironclad and some really cool modifiers here. We have Chimera. Your starting deck is a fusion of 3 characters, so we'll see what we get when we start this up. Green cards now appear in rewards and shops. I'm not familiar with green cards, unless that's just cards for the silent. We'll see. As well as Careless. At the start of every turn, discard the top card of your draw pile. I don't see that as being so much of a negative. I wonder if that interacts with certain relics or cards that get value off of discarding, and if that's going to be how we need to lean into this to get the maximum value. Let's go ahead and embark. The scores are relatively high. Let's see what kind of pathings we get. We want to take maximum elites as always. And I'm seeing 1, 2. I see a path here to hit 2. It doesn't look like we can get more than... Yeah, unfortunately no more than 2, but there are a lot of different paths for us to take. I could see going this way, and we could hit multiple shops. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's see what we get. And we're going to go into this first fight blind. Wow, and it does give us 1 orb slot, so that's nice. Interesting. And we do have Burning Blood, so we can take a little bit of damage here. And I think there we just get the kill, reduce the damage by 5. We're going to take damage there no matter what. We didn't have enough defensive cards. Yeah, and just hope that this turn coming, he wasn't going to be hitting us. And we should be able to kill him on the next round. So unfortunately, a mix of 3 characters really just means we have a lot of strike and defense with different artwork. So that's a little unexciting. Weaken there not really mattering so much. Let's see. This has to be discarded from a hand, not from the top of your deck, so there's no synergy there. Anger is fine. If you get these early enough, you can build around them. And Bane is just an upgraded strike until you start getting poison damage. We can look to build a poison deck on an Ironclad. That might be very powerful. It's very early. Let's grab Bane and see what we get. And we'll go towards the shops. If there's, let's say, a poison-based card. Oh yeah, let's transform something. So we have Survivor, Zap, and Bash are kind of our 3 unique starting cards. And I don't think we want to transform those. We'll want to transform one of these strikes. And let's do that and hope for something good. Masterful Stab. Let's see if that comes up for us. We'll just get our orb up, do some damage. He's not attacking us this turn. But we can look at Masterful Stab. Costs 1 additional energy for each time you lose HP this combat. So, not great. Good to draw it in the earlier parts of the battle. So here, I mean, it's free. It's a free 12 damage. It doesn't look very bad there. But it's not great. And we'll be taking 1 damage here. So next time it comes around, it will cost 1. And that's just a strictly better strike. And we will heal up. I don't mind taking 1 damage when Burning Blood is going to put us back to full. And dead. Awesome. Well, let's see what we get. Not a lot of cards that I'm very interested in. Wild Strike is just a strong attack card. Second Wind can be a decent block card if your deck is full of skills. And Distraction, let's see what this is, upgraded. It's free upgraded. You know what, let's lean into sort of silent build. I think that could be fun. There's a great relic here. Were we able to afford Giria, we would be thinking about switching into something more along the lines of a strength-focused build. These are all 3 really great artifacts. Some good potions as well. Really cool. But if we're going to go for some sort of poison synergy, we can grab these 2 right now. And normally I wouldn't prioritize buying cards that highly, but I think it's fine. And if we go this way without taking too much damage, we do have access to multiple campfires. So I think that's the path we're going to go. We don't need another shop. We don't have any gold. So let's look to take a fight and get cards for our deck. Kind of a perfect turn to apply some poison. And we can pop their curl up. Once you hit them once, they waste it. And using that web ability on us is going to weaken us for 2 turns. But he's already dead, and we just need to take him out. No problem. And there we go. Nice potion for us. Very early on, I'm going to take Blade Dance. I think it has the highest upside. Even if we end up in some sort of strength-based synergy, it'll still be fine. And if we end up with some sort of Envenom strategy, it'll still be fine. Let's defend here. Let's not take highly unnecessary damage. And we'll start hitting. You want to start with the outside ones. Their attacks mimic each other. And we'll start with the one that has the least amount of HP. So getting Noxious Flames. It's gonna, first off, it's just gonna remove the artifact from all of them, which is fine. And there it goes. And next turn will be the turn that it is actually able to apply the poison. I'm certainly going to want to be using Survivor here. Let's see what we get with Distraction, and if it's a terrible card, then we could have discarded it to Survivor. But that's going to be solid for next turn. Let's hope to get a hand very similar to this one. We know we want a Survivor, so let's get rid of Zap. And then we can shiv down the guy on the left. Putting some Dazes into our discard pile. Okay, so now that they're all poison, Bane becomes a much better draw. And there we go, 1 down. Can block some of that damage, and we have enough to outmaneuver, so carrying over more energy for next turn. Hopefully we don't get a ton of Dazes. And I'm also not going to be hesitating to pass on cards. Man, this is rough. So we're going to waste all this energy unless we Gambler's Brew here, and we certainly will. There we go. And let's hit him here. And discard that. So yeah, that was a big potion, and that's why that potion can be strong, just for situations like that. Unfortunately, discarding the dazes doesn't destroy them in that fashion, so they're still here. And he's dead, so no 9 damage from us. These two will be destroyed at the end of turn. Lucky Lightning hit the back guy, so we didn't waste the 3 damage there. Pretty fortunate. And we got him close. We certainly could have killed him, I think, if we had used the steroid potion. But, there we go. And Lantern, that's a nice relic to get early. Just 1 additional energy at the start of combat is excellent. Wow, so we have a choice here again. Another Noxious Fumes, which I would love to get, or a Crippling Cloud. I certainly want a Crippling Cloud. It's both offensive and defensive, which are things that I value highly, cards that do both very well. Adding weak on turns where we may not have any block is going to be a great way to mitigate damage for us, whereas just getting, let's say, 2 Noxious Fumes in our opening hand will allow us to snowball very quickly with poison. I'm going to take Crippling Cloud and hope to see another Noxious Fumes. We don't need to rest here, so we are going to be fortunate enough to smith. And it's either going to be Noxious Fumes or Crippling Cloud. A lot of these cards, especially Shiv, would benefit from being upgraded. Deadly Poison is much better upgraded. What are you? You go up to 16. That's pretty terrible. Let's just upgrade Crippling Cloud, and that extra poison will make us that much more incentivized to play it whenever we do get it. And with a little bit more energy in our opening turn. Okay, this is a little rough. So let's look for the guys that are hitting us that we can kill in one shot. So right away, that looks great. And here we can take out another 5. No problem, and we still have enough energy to defend thanks to our new relic. So we'll take 6 here, but that'll be mitigated by Burning Blood. So we're still neutral. I'm not sure we'll be able to kill these guys on this turn, but only one of them is attacking, so that's fine. Putting some big poison down. And there we go. He's dead. And I called them he. They're little amorphous slime blobs. I'm not sure any gender that I assign them will be relevant. It. We'll just call them its. It is dead. Peace out. And here we go. Cloak and Dagger is an excellent defensive and offensive card. If Poison Stab wasn't here and we weren't already deep into the poison synergy, I would 1000% take Cloak and Dagger. Not sure why 1000% over 100%. At this point, they're pretty much the same thing. Blue Candle, not relevant. I want relics early on that will affect our combat effectiveness, and this just doesn't do it. We have no curses, so it's not going to do anything for us. Yeah, that's a lot better when it's upgraded as well. But let's go for Noxious Fumes. It snowballs quickly on boss fights that may take a while. Let's hope to get in our opening hand here, and we do. Excellent. Okay. And really great opening hand versus this guy. We're hitting him quite hard. And this is the turn where, and we're actually getting vulnerable too for one more turn. But now he has his enrage, but luckily we were able to get off our powers and things before. I think this only applies to skills, so something like Crippling Cloud will enrage him. Let's see how much damage we're able to get on him after this. And we can look to defend here, but that'll just enrage him. So we're going to strike and burn him down quickly. And he will certainly be dead next turn. We'll have taken 14 damage, subtract 6. So 8 damage on the Gremlin Knob fight is not bad at all. So one additional card to choose from. This might be one of the few times where this card is amazing. Because we're going to be able to choose from additional cards of different types. So I would like to have Inflame, but I don't think I'm going to... Oh man, it's a close one. Let's take Poison Stab. I like Inflame. But if we're going to do Poison, you want to do Poison. You don't want to halfway do it. No Noxious Fumes in our opening hand. That's a little rough. So what do we have here? 1 artifact and gain strength. Let's see what random skill... Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect. So we're going to be hurting the ones that are looking to attack us. And we can kill the sneaky one. And we're not going to take any damage, and we're going to do some damage to the Mad Gremlin. Alright, let's see what we get. And we still haven't taken any damage yet. I think that's fine. And we want to start taking this guy out. He's charging up for something. I don't quite remember what he does. But in the meantime, we're taking little to no damage, and we're not proccing the enrage mechanic on the Mad Gremlin. So he's dead. Yeah, he's hitting us just for a huge amount. And unfortunately, we do not have what we need to kill him. I don't think. No, we certainly don't. No, actually we do. He'll die from Crippling Cloud. Okay. So now the poison is maxed out. That's fine. Yeah, do the math. That's why I don't click right away. I'm not hasty in my decisions. Gotta do the math. And poison does bypass block. So that's worth knowing. And here we never had to hit this guy to kill him, which is great. Getting some more potions. Always nice. I don't hate Thunderclap. I don't hate Flex. But I think I'm going to skip. I don't want to water down this deck. I'm hoping to get a relic in one of these mystery rooms here. And we can get very close to forcing him to split. Getting him right on the edge of splitting. Right on the edge of splitting. We're going to be able to... when he does split, he'll be quite low. And there we go, he's interrupted. The poison will not take effect. So let's get Nauseous Fumes out. I'm pretty sure that if we add the poison, I think it takes the final, it'll be 7 damage. And then it will split. So we'll have 2 20 HP acid slimes. I don't know what this skill is. It could be something better, and this could be a waste. Let's experiment and see that. If he does take the damage, it does. Okay, so that was worth it. It takes the damage before it splits, but the poison does disappear. So it was essentially a 5 damage card there. And we want to kill one of these guys. And there we go. And we're going to take a little hit. We do have a campfire before the boss, so there we go. What did we get? I like backflip. Prepared is also nice, but let's take a backflip. We can always use a little bit of block and card draw. And unfortunately, we're getting 2 slightly tougher fights here with kind of bad opening hands in these mystery rooms. Not taking any damage. He'll be dead next turn, and hopefully by then we'll have been able to do significant damage to the fungi beast. These guys, when they die one at a time, it can be problematic because they do apply 2 vulnerable to you. Let's do something like this. And there we go. So, flawless victory. We'll heal, we'll get a positive 6 HP from that fight, which is nice. And here we have a chance to pick up a power here that I quite like. Another blade dance, which would be fine, or another poison stab. These actually, even flying knee is a nice choice in the absence of other choices. So metallicize I do favor, but I'm asking myself, what is this going to do for my deck synergy as a whole? And Poison Stab I'm looking at negatively because it's not exactly the poison card that we want. We will take more Noxious Fumes, we'll take another Crippling Spores. But an unupgraded Poison Stab is not exactly what we're looking for. And Blade Dance is just an excellent card. I think I'm going to take the Poison Stab. And after this, I don't know if we want any more than what we currently have. Let's look at the boss. Okay, I'm familiar with this boss. I still think we're going to rest here instead of upgrading. And that's just out of an abundance of caution. And we can look to burn some of these potions on him. The Hexaghost. So once again, not the opening hand we were looking for. It's not even as offensive as we would like it to be. But we do get zap rolling, which is something. Let's see what kind of extra attack we can get. Finisher, okay, clothesline. So clothesline would have ended up being better there. For some reason I was reading the card that it would do 6 damage in addition to the... Oh lord, that's a lot of damage. 6 damage in addition to any number of attacks that you played that turn. So it only did 12. And he should have been weakened this turn had we done that right. But weakening him here is going to save us from some damage. And we're going to Survivor to block. And I don't remember if he applies any kind of status effects. He's certainly not doing it this turn, it would let us know. But yeah, that's why we rested before this fight. 'Cause turns like that can happen. And because of those multiple attacks, Masterful Stab is now a useless card. Yeah, I wasn't very happy with that transformation. Let's see what we get. Okay, pretty good. Yeah, not bad. That might have been a decent turn to pop our steroid potion. We did have a lot of smaller attacks there. So 10 damage coming in. We'll defend against some of it. And we're waiting for this wheel to go all the way back around before he starts hitting us very hard. Would love to get some more weakness on him. Before he goes all the way back around. Poison's doing a lot of work, and it is bypassing his block. So this would be a good turn to have some defense. Take one there. And let's hit him hard this turn. And he is dead. So not too bad. And the damage we took here, we're going to heal up before the next floor. Good potion. And let's hope for a good card. Malaise is nice. This can really save you on an Alpha Strike turn where a boss is trying to hit you quite hard. Bludgeon's just an okay card. If we got this in our opening hands, we'd be fine because we do have the energy. I'm going to take a single Bludgeon. I wouldn't want more than one of this card. And I'm hoping that we're going to get a nice energy relic here that will make that more useful. Can no longer smith. Tiny house is just all upside. It would be a waste of a potion. The 50 gold would be nice. The max HP would be nice. But the random card getting upgraded. We want energy, and I think Fusion Hammer, the downside, isn't high enough. Being able to upgrade cards is nice, but if this gets any harder, we'll be resting anyway. So, I mean, you're not really losing too much value. And let's go ahead and plan our route based on elite locations. Wow, this is terrible. Only one elite all the way up. Yep, okay. Well, let's look at the second most important thing, which is shops. And if we go this way, we can hit 2 shops along the way. And I think that's fine. Alright, so we start with 5 energy. And unfortunately for us, they do have... There we go. We get rid of all of it. They do have Artifact. A 3 stack there. Let's see what... Yeah, nice. I was hoping for that. Did not expect to get it. Random skill. Could have been anything. And backflips are just strictly better defense, which is why I was happy to take them earlier. And he's going to be dead next turn. It doesn't matter how much block he throws up. And we're defending ourselves nicely. So we could, we could do nothing here. But where's the fun in that? Let's hit him in the head. I would assume that's his head. He's kind of just a ball. Liquid bronze. I think I like that better than the one random artifact. I'll take an upgraded quick slash. If this wasn't upgraded, I would skip it. And I think we can gain 5 max HP here. If we're careful, we should be able to gain that back. And let's look to get some good relics here. No. Art of War would be fine in an entirely poison-centric deck, but we're just not there yet. So I'm going to grab Whetstone and hope that we get some good things. Masterful Stab and Bane. Okay. Bane is fine. And we're going to pass on everything else. We have another shop coming up, and by then we should have gotten ourselves enough gold to potentially get another decent relic. Okay, so Fortune smiles on us here. And awesome, we get Kunai. One of the better relics. Every 3 attacks played in a single turn gain 1 dexterity, and that dexterity lasts for an entire round. Or an entire battle, I should say. Let's draw 2 cards. Perfect. Now, Kunai is great with the Blade Dance type cards. And because they're all weakened, they'll be doing no damage, so we don't have to worry about them. So I think because of that, we'll just add more poison to him. Their flight ability reduces the damage they take by 50% unless we hit them 3 times in a single turn. So we're taking no damage. They're going to be taking huge damage from the poison as these battles wear on. He's still doing 5. We can just spread the damage around. And they should all be very close to dying, if not actually dead, on the next turn. And we can just end the turn here. Let's not waste anybody's time. They're all dead. And you see there, we took no damage this fight, and we're getting closer to... Let's get rid of this steroid, and let's take a free skill. Another Crippling Cloud, we'll take that. We're getting closer to reaching our max HP anyway. So, Crippling Cloud, turn 1. Reduce all that damage. Backflip is nice. Backflip into Bane. Bane is 20 damage. Okay, that got upgraded, so that's a given. I was debating, you know, how effective Poison Stab would be versus using Bane, but I think this is fine. And I think this is a great time to use Plated Armor. We don't want to take too much damage from this elite. We're going to lose 2 stacks of our plated armor there. He's not hitting us, so we're going to leave him alone because he will be dead soon. And discard. Very good. And we're going to hold the Thorns aura and Liquid Bronze, hopefully until the boss. And I didn't look to see what the boss was yet, but it will probably be something... Yeah, let's apply that weakness again. Probably be something that will use multiple attacks per turn, and we will be happy to have it. Yeah, let's not forget to get maximum block there. So 1 down. Can bludgeon here. And deadly poison. So taking 5. We took a good bit of damage this fight. There we go. Okay, this would have been nice earlier because we did take a route to help us with that. Shrug it off would be fine. I kind of like Iron Wave. If this was upgraded, I might consider that. But Cloak and Dagger is what we are going to take. More free attacks make Kunai better, which in turn give us more block. See what we get. Okay. And Survivor. There we go. Getting Noxious Fumes down early on against these two is going to be fine. The Mystic will give healing, and I think she does the block as well. Go ahead and see what we draw. We can just defend again. We have Inevitability on our side with Noxious Fumes, and upgraded one at that on the field. So we can sit behind our block every turn that we're able to, and these numbers will just continue to get higher and higher. So this is a great turn for us to get a stack on Kunai. And there we go, 1 dexterity. This single orb slot is pretty lonely. Getting 1 zap and never even having the ability to get any of the other. The Chimera is kind of wasted. If you were able to get, I guess they're calling them green and blue cards, I guess, and our choices, it would make it much better. And I know that a lot of the blue cards probably don't work well at all with some of these others, but I mean, that would make for a more challenging run in my opinion. So he's dead. Let's just apply some poison, get past his block, or her block. So Inevitability is on our side. She is dead. Crossing our fingers for a good card. I do like Terror. And upgraded is free. Yeah, we're going to take Terror. Very good card versus bosses. And Weakness does very good against guys that want to attack you multiple times. There we go. And we're going to block all this damage. Put down a lot of poison this turn too. Another Crippling Cloud. Excellent. Backflip, we take no damage. And even more poison going down on the Chosen. Now before I started playing this, one of my buddies texted me telling me that he was able to put together a pretty cool poison build that got him a lot of damage. He ended up getting over 100 stacks of poison on the boss and getting some kind of achievement for that. So when I went into this, I wasn't trying to do a poison build. I was hoping actually to do the opposite, for the signals in the first few packs to send me in a different direction, but they just didn't. Let's see what we get. Hopefully something, hoping for something better than Zap, but not really. He's dead anyway, and we're going to take 1 damage. No big deal. Another Terror. Let's look at the bosses. Okay. I don't think we need a second Terror. Cleave would be fine, but it just doesn't work with what we're doing. But it might be good against this boss. If I'm recalling correctly, this is the boss that summons minions. And having a way to use AoE to take those minions down could be useful. So we'll take it. We're not happy about it. Enemies in elite combats have 25% less HP. That would have been nice earlier, and I don't think we'll need that. Man, only getting 1 elite this floor is just terrible. Let's say there were just 2 more elites, we would have 2 more relics. Oh god, look at the choices we have. Pin Nib is a great relic, and so is Unceasing Top. And I also like to grab Infinite Blades as well. And there's even a fruit juice here to give us even more max HP. Because we've gone a poison based synergy and a free attack based synergy, let's see, 250. If we had enough to get this plus this plus this, I would do that. There are some relics who give you nearly the equivalent of fruit juice. So I look at this as almost like a mini relic. So I'm asking myself, is the effective Pin Nib plus this little mini relic and then having a little bit of gold left over for the third floor better than having Unceasing Top, which is one of the strongest relics in the game, which is why it's priced at 300. But we don't really have, with Unceasing Top, you want to be in the range of something like 6 energy. If we had maybe like Happy Flower, or we're able to get another energy relic in the next boss fight, we'll be super happy to pick up Unceasing Top. But you can set up some really powerful turns with Pin Nib. If we were a strength based Ironclad run, then Pin Nib would almost be a no-brainer. But at this point, I think I'm going to take Unceasing Top and not really be that sad about it. But the potential for Infinite Blades and having all 3 of these, the potential was there. We were very close. If you could sell potions, then that would have been excellent. And of course we cannot smith here thanks to Fusion Hammer. And no more normal fights here, so we're looking to get some kind of good event. Knocked unconscious. I don't think I've seen this one before. An armored giant with a golden crown bellows to you from top. We now begin the 4,200 combat. Okay. So we get combat anyway. Alright, well, so much for not being able to encounter. Let's see what kind of skill we have access to. So not bad, not bad. If we take a free Blade Dance, we can potentially give ourselves a stack of kunai, which will increase our block from this defend. And we're going to look to burst one of them down quickly, because by doing so, we're just cutting the damage that they'll do in half, and we'll make it easier for ourselves to block. I don't know what happens as a result of this fight here. Could be something interesting. And we just defend and let the poison do its thing. They're dead next turn. Would be cool to get some of the blue cards to get something like Repair. That could be very strong. And I'm not sure if there's any kind of modifiers that allow you to do that in these runs. Whoa, okay. Alright, alright. With many rewards, I'll take it. Oh my god. But wow, Preserved Insect coming in huge. 60, oh wow, that's so much better. What a tough fight. And here, we're going to use this, and we're going to discard all 3. And hope to get some good attacks. Alright, that's something. And we're going to burst down the one with the lowest HP. And that's nice to get 1 dexterity early on. And we can get a zap going. Okay. Okay, this could go horribly wrong, or we could... Man, if we got 2 relics from this, wouldn't that be sweet? I've never seen this event. So they're not hurting us for much early on. This skill here will cause their enrage, but they'll be weak for 2 turns, which may be enough to counteract that enrage. It's a tough one, but I think we opt to take out the gremlin knob and then get our second stack of kunai, so that if we do look to need to use a skill to block some sort of enormous attack, we'll be able to do that. Yeah, bursting him down quickly was quite nice. And here we're going to get a huge bludgeon. Came just in time. And we're going to take 6 more, but he's dead next turn. Not bad at all. And we managed to kill them before they become a problem. So Ice Scream, that's another very powerful relic, especially with Unceasing Top. And Bottled Lightning allows us to always start with a specific skill. So let's see if we get a skill in here that we want to have. Flying Knee is fine. Gives us more energy for potential Ice Cream synergies. Clothesline applies weak, so it's an offensive and defensive card, as I've gone over. I'm going to take Flying Knee since we did pick up Ice Cream. And let's see what we want to start with in our opening hand. Terror could be good. It's a borderline power. It's 99 vulnerable will stay on the field for the entire fight unless they cleanse themselves. So using vulnerable is basically like using a power. But also getting down a turn 1 crippling cloud, an upgraded one, could also be excellent, as well as just having Shiv in our opening hand to nearly guarantee that we end up proccing kunai on the first run. These are all considerations that I think are solid. But I'm going to lean towards crippling cloud. I think that's something we'll be happy to see always. And here we go, we get a free bonus shop. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of gold. So these things wouldn't have been excellent for us anyway. There are some good cards in here. Immolate is a very powerful AoE card. If we didn't have any already, I would consider that. Leg Sweep is a nice card as well. Good block. And applying weak once again. And Inflame is also nice just to get us increased strength. We don't have any curses, we don't need this. I think I'm going to hold my gold and really save it for relics or key cards that we might need. So this is kind of a tough fight for us to get right off the bat. But we can Crippling Cloud here. And let's quick slash, see what we draw. And we can Bane for 10 and then get our lightning on. Not taking any damage here is nice, but we are going to get dazed by the sentry. And unfortunately the Spirit Guardian does still have 1 negate. So this does 16 damage. Boom, there we go. And we want the poison to get through. So we use Terror to get rid of his last artifact. And Unceasing Top draws us a card, but we don't have the energy. Would love to pick up another energy relic. Once you start getting Ice Cream and Unceasing Top going, if you have the energy to take advantage of that, you'll be doing big things. Let's weaken him and poison him. And we will certainly want to be playing Survivor here, so let's just go ahead and make sure we do that. Double the enemy's poison. Wow, what a great thing to draw. Boom. So we heal up, but unfortunately we do have to... Choke would be fine, but we do have to rest at the rest site upcoming. We'll take a Metallicize. We were a little injured, but we didn't necessarily need that. Okay, here we go, the Collector. Always forget his name. But I do think that this is an excellent opening hand. Let's see what we have here. Increased dexterity, artifact, and thorns. We'll probably use the thorns and the artifact. And we can pop those right now. They are persistent. We're not wasting them, so to speak. Getting lots of poison on him early. Would have been nice if we were able to use one more attack to get our first proc on Kunai. Making these little minions weak is excellent. And I do like getting Zap down. And we can pop this just to take a little less damage this turn. And I think I'm going to do that. It's not a ton of value, but taking 10 here, we basically just played it to get a free, 5 block. A nice power to get down, and we'll certainly be wanting to play Cleave. Make sure we're doing the math here. Focus on killing these minions, and we'll play backflip here. Fortunately, that lightning strike went on the wrong target, and he'll be dead quite easily next turn. Thorn's aura taking 3 life off of him. And now we're in a good position to start bursting down the Collector. Once you get his minions down, he is much easier to kill. And we've already used up our artifact, which is nice. It saved us from some negative effect, whether that be weakness or vulnerability or whatever. There we go, we've got Kunai procced. May have been better to play Strike there. Probably missed out on a few damage. So here come the big debuffs. 3 turns of weakness, vulnerability, and what is the other one? Frail, I believe. So we certainly want a Poison Stab, and I'm pretty sure he's summoning more minions. Before we do anything else, let's see what we get. Battle Trance is excellent. Yeah, really glad we held that. So we're gonna get 1 proc off of Kunai. Man, one more energy, and we would have been able to get an extra. So we're already up to 7 dexterity, which is great. A single block card from us saves us from a lot of damage, which is good because we're going to need it this turn. Let's backflip first, see what we draw. Survivor's good. We can discard one of these poison stabs. And our block is still huge despite being, which one is it? It's Frail that worsens that for us. And let's Cleave. And he's going to be dead next turn, so good. And we can just pass the turn here. I don't know if we get points from dealing more damage or whatever, but we'll take him out with a bludgeon. That feels good. 100 gold, get another potion. Okay. I don't hate Juggernaut. But Doppelganger is very strong with Ice Cream and Unceasing Top. I think I'm going to take Doppelganger here. I can see too many potential synergies. Were we able to pick our relic first? That might have changed my decision. So Black Star is a little late for that. At the end of the turn, you no longer discard your hand. That could be solid. And I'm looking at Ice Cream here. We really wanted more energy-based relics, but we did not get them. I'm going to go with Black Star. We don't have enough energy to make use of an enormous hand size, and if we did, we'd be casting the cards anyway, not holding them in our hands. But let's see here if we made the right choice. We need elites 1, 2, so 2 there, and only 1 in any other direction. And if we go through these 2, we still have access to a late shop, which is solid. So let's go down. Doesn't matter which path we take. And these guys, we need to kill them all at or around the same turn. Making them weak in poison is very good. Casting that first in case we got a card like Flex. Let's defend. We don't need to take too much damage. So thanks to Black Star, we're going to get 2 additional relics. Let's hope they're good. Cleave is good. Get some dexterity going. Being careful not to burst any of them down. Noxious Fumes in our opening hand is ideally what we want to see. We're not getting super lucky with that. Do something like this. Yeah, an Unceasing Top was very expensive, and we haven't gotten any value from it yet. I was looking for it more towards the final boss, but the final boss is the Time Lord, who will prevent us, even if we had unlimited energy, he would prevent us from being able to play a maximum number of cards. So this is a pretty flawless execution of taking these guys out in relatively the same turn. Another Swift Potion, okay, and another Doppelganger. See, now I wish I had Juggernaut. We're going to take Doppelganger. Hope to get some kind of good event here. Okay. We can lose a strike or lose a defend. And I'm going to lose a strike here. We have lots of poison stabs. Okay, shop. This could be fine. Getting this early would have been beneficial, but it's a little late for that now. And if this was upgraded, or we had the means to upgrade it, I'd be picking up armaments. But unfortunately, I think we're going to grab Vajra. But without a really strong strength-based synergy, it won't be as powerful as it would be in a different deck. It is just nice. It's boosting all the damage from all of our cards. So we're going to take this fight. We want the relic. And I don't think we're scared of these two orb walkers here. So here we have a bit of a choice to defend by 5 or to get a proc of Kunai. And I think we're going to get that dexterity and then strengthen our future blocks and just do more damage, burst these guys down faster. We certainly want to focus one of them. Alright. It might have been a good turn to draw some cards to look to get something more defensive. But we're going to have to rest soon anyway. Actually, no, we don't have any campfires until the end, so we need to be careful with our HP, more careful than I thought we did. More weakness. Flea finishes him off. Let's get some block and do some damage. And if we can finish him this turn, this won't have been that bad. Quick slash is fine for good damage. And that's it. We're going to draw some cards. And this is pretty terrible. Let's backflip, see what we get. So strike plus deadly poison doesn't do it. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, also plus lightning strike. So, yeah, we're going to take a big hit here. Unfortunate. Okay, thread and needle. Just in time, giving us plated armor. And Bouncing Flask was a card we really wanted to get earlier. I'm happy to have it now. Now we can avoid this path with multiple elites and just nothing but fights. Or we can take this path. The problem is we took Black Star, and we took that for a purpose, and the purpose was to get maximum relics. So let's risk it. This might be dumb, but let's risk it. And I think we can take a single Orb Walker, especially now that we have Thread and Needle. That's free. And because this fight won't last very long, let's Poison Stab. Still, this has just been rough. Our defensive game is so weak, apparently. And he's dead now, and we have no other way to heal besides Burning Blood. Yeah, I'm gonna skip these. We need something defensive, and unfortunately we have an elite here. Hopefully it's something we can manage. And it's someone I'm not that familiar with. And we took the elites not being that scared of them in the beginning because they started with 25% less HP. But let's see what we can do here. We draw additional cards. And we certainly want to kill them. So both of these daggers are dead. There we go. Okay. That might be the best play we could have made. I don't know what she's going to do this turn, but we did kill both of her minions. She resummons one of them. It's not too bad. Okay. See what we get in distraction. Don't hate that. It's going to allow us to take no damage here. Now I'm curious what she does when she doesn't need to summon these. Okay, these are huge attacks. And we do not have the block we need. So I think we need to be very careful about this or we're just going to lose here. So this kills this one. Yeah, we don't have enough, unfortunately. And we're going to lose here. Oh, man. So we took the risky route. And it did not pay off for us. Not enough defensive cards in this run to save us. And the deck was a little bit diluted, perhaps, with non-poison centric cards. And I would have to say that some of our relics were a little weak as well. Yeah, our last boss relic, getting the Black Star and not having any elites in the first two floors was a little rough. Getting 3 elites between the first 2 floors is a pretty small number. Ideally, I'd want to see like 5, if not 6. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I would have loved to beat that one for you, but unfortunately we took some risks and they did not pay off, but they very easily could have. We could have been, you know, back up to a good number of relics had we been able to pull it out there. But anyway, guys, without any further ado, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. I appreciate you watching. Like the video if you did enjoy it. Comment if you would have done something different there. I'd like to hear it. And subscribe if you like the videos that I make. And be sure that if you do subscribe and your profile is not set to private, I can see who you are, and you comment, I will comment back. I do see the comments and I do reply to them. So thank you, guys, and have a good day.